with Dad today. He's raking on the 770 today. Sean's going to hook up the other rake. As you can see from the last video, Sean bailed up all this. Whatever I had raked. It's pretty cloudy and cool today. And that's there's a nice reprieve from that 40-degree weather we had. This hay's pretty thin, but this is old hay, so you can't expect too much from 20-year-old hay. Pretty nice and green hay. Cows will love this stuff. We got 60 bales. So I'm thinking we probably end up with maybe 125 maybe. I'm gonna guess. Which is not bad for being that old hay and not that much rain. I gotta go buy a tire for that. There's one tire on there that I gotta change still, and it's pretty bald. So I'll have a tire ready to go for it. So Sean is getting the other rake hooked up to the 2096. He'll probably come out here and help him. And I gotta run to John Deere and get that part that I broke on the baler yesterday. The gate latch switch. Yeah, nice and windy again. Alright, I'll be back. Well, it's 10:30 here p.m. Sun's just going down. Looks like it's gonna clear out. It was cloudy all day, but it was windy, and the hay we raked this morning, Sean just finished baling it now. So that whole field ended up getting 140 bales. I said 125, so I was off, which is good. So we did have another problem here today. The full type, our 930 disc bind, our Moco, the gearbox went in it. So Sean, I started cutting with this hay bind. Sean came out right after me with the disc bind, and he made one round, and it buggered up. So I'm gonna have to see if I can find a used gearbox, because I sure ain't buying a new one for that. The gearbox will be worth more than the whole machine. So maybe I can find a used one somewhere for it. We'll see. We got a pretty good sunset there happening. Looks better in real than on the camera. But we sure have cooled down since the last, well, yesterday was pretty hot too. It was like 30, that's why the hay dried so quick. But yeah, today was like only 20. So big difference compared to 4 days ago. That was, like I said before, that was so hot, crazy hot. I hope we don't have that again for a long time. But yeah, so we'll have to see what happens there. I've got over half of this field done just with this machine, so I don't know how much longer I'll go, but I got almost a quarter tank, a little over a quarter tank of fuel left. So it looks like it's gonna be windy tomorrow. The red sky. So another good drying day, I am assuming. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for tonight. We'll meet you back here in the morning. So I'll talk to you all later. Well, it's the next day. When I left off, I was cutting on that field over there. And then Sean went and cut in the morning. And then Dad was cutting from noon to like 5. And then he only had like maybe 40 minutes left. So I finished, and then I came across and started on this field here. And this is another older alfalfa field, pushing 20 years old. And it's actually not too bad, really. Really good hay. A lot of brome and timothy and some alfalfa still. The alfalfa's pretty short. It's barely knee high. Yeah, it's about knee high. But like I said, there's lots of brome. But I don't know if the heat did this to the timothy, but the timothy just, their leaves turned yellow. That's the old hay from last year, the second growth. Some alfalfa went kind of crispy too, so I know this stuff will dry pretty quick, because I know that hay is pretty heavy, and it'll take a little longer to dry. So this one will be dry first, then it'll be that one. So, but with no rain in sight for a while. I think they said the 16th it might be. That could change. We're just gonna cut and mow and mow and mow. So it's 10 o'clock now. Sun's gonna be going down soon there behind the cloud. I'm almost out of fuel, so that's gonna be the end of my day. And I have to get out and clean the rad every so often. I don't know why that fine shit gets in there, plugs the rad up every so often, so I gotta go and blow it out anyway. When you blow it out, it lasts for a while. So maybe I have a seal gun. I never really checked. Well, will you look at that? There's no seal here. Son of a bitch. Well, that's not good. There should be a seal down there. Well, I'm gonna have to find something to stick in there. I never even looked at that, really. Anyway, hope I wasn't zoomed in there, but yeah, that's gonna be all for today. Maybe I'll make one more pass and then I'll call it a day. So, yeah, let's make one more pass. Yeah, we'll make the one more pass. Like I said, I'm almost out of fuel. The light came on a couple times. But yeah, like I said, this hay is not too bad for considering how old it is, and Not as much rain this spring to summer. I know a lot of the wet spots that I couldn't go through the last few years, I can drive right through them now. So I'm kind of gaining a little bit because I couldn't cut those spots before. So now I can. So yeah, I think I got about 30 acres down here now. Gotta be about 30. And this field is actually not too bad for smoothness. I got her pinned right to the max. My speedometer is broken. It doesn't register, it just registers 0. So a lot of times these older alfalfa fields, well, if we were hauling hay when it was a little bit wet or something and the trailer sank, that's where you get your that's where you get all the roughness from. Sun's back out. Yeah, it's just after 10 now. It's gonna be getting darker quicker now. Past June 23rd or whatever it was, or is it 21st? Along this day. So we had daylight there right till, well, sunset at 11, and you had light almost till midnight. So I know I was talking to Straight Pipe Acres yesterday, and I think it was around 11:45, and he was pitch black in the dark, and I was still cutting in the daylight. So it's a big difference farther north. Northerners and the Southerners. See my fuel lights on now. Oh, just went out. Usually when I whip around there, it comes on. So I'd like to keep going. And if I could go till damn near midnight, I'd be way in the middle. Especially since we only have this machine running now. I gotta go get parts for the case tomorrow. They're supposed to be in. And well, you know how it is when they say parts will be in Monday. Usually, sometimes that means Tuesday. I know the last couple times I've ordered parts and they haven't come in on the day they were supposed to. So, especially the way COVID was going there for a while. Man, nothing. It was taking so long for anything to come in. It's got a pretty nice sky tonight. Yeah, once I get to the end, I'll shut her down. My light keeps coming on. I don't like to get it too low of fuel. I know I've done that in the tractor, and to this day, that 2290 case is still not running right. Ever since I ran it out of fuel. There. So, I see these guys were cutting down the willows for the power lines. They said they were going to come here with the mulcher, and they did have them there. They took them away. But the guys went, cut all these willows and threw them right in my driveway. Right here, this is where we haul hay right out, in and out. Like, I can get in and out of here right now, but I usually cut this right here. And now they've got all these willows stacked up here. So I think I have to phone Atco Electric, tell them, whoever they got contracted to do this, get their damn trees out of here. Like I say, I have this driveway over here. I'm gonna get off this rough part. I have this driveway here, but it's too steep to drive a truck and trailer on, so we don't really use it. I shouldn't say it's really a driveway. You just kind of go down off the road into the ditch and into the field. But right where those willows are, it's right even. There's no shoulder or anything. It's nice. That's why I did it there. This one we used to come out of here, but now it got so steep that only the tractors and stuff can go through there. So anyway, let's put her in road mode. There we go. $13 miles an hour. So we've got about 2.5 miles to go to get home. So it's going to be an early night today. And hopefully it won't take too long to get that case going. Put the new bearings in. New sickle sway arm, it's called. And give her. Neighbors got some faba beans growing there. They went heavy on faba beans this year. I was actually thinking of growing some too one time, but I don't know. Kind of see they're so late. Well, the one thing is they love that 40-degree heat. They really like that, so maybe it got them along. Got them farther along, maybe. I'm not sure, but. Yeah, they're pretty expensive. They're like peas, $10 a bushel, I think. We'll see what happens to them this year. Well, I think that's enough video for tonight. Maybe we'll end this video here. I'm not sure. I'll have to see how much I got. So, anyway, if I do, we'll talk to you all later. And, yeah, make sure you subscribe and click like. We'll see you all later. Okay, just cleaning up my mess here. Got her all back together. And she's running pretty quiet now. I'll start her up and you can hear. The rest of the header's making more racket now. So yeah, she's ready to go. I'm going to leave the cover off because I just want to keep an eye on that belt for a while. And if it, I'm just wondering if the cover was having an issue with catching the belt, because whenever you got to have this belt super tight. Like it says 11 to 16 pounds at 13 mils a pull. So we've been keeping an eye on it because the new belt stretches. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that cover off for now, and then tomorrow I'll go get that fuel line and install that, and then I finished the skid plate, so we'll put that back on tomorrow. And then after later on, I'm gonna cut those off and weld them onto the right way, and that one will be good because I'm not taking it back. Yeah, so that's all for today. I was just talking to Straight Pipe Bakers. It's dark already down there. Man, the sun is still up here, just in the shade right now. So anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to y'all later. Make sure to click like for the video and leave your comments down below.